Hello kids, how are you? Hope you are doing good. My name is Shraddha Gupta and today we are going to do a chapter number 4 from your English book. So what is the name of the chapter? The chapter name is Pandora Box. So let's read the chapter. It is said that everyone in a world was young in the beginning of her life, and there were no grown-ups and no old people. There were only children living in a beautiful little village. There were no tears, sorrows, worries, and the weather remained always cool and pleasant. Food and even clothes ready for use grew on trees. There were no difficult work to do. Then all of a sudden something very sad happened. There was a boy named Epiphanes, that is a happy word. He has his playmate girl named Pandora. One day Pandora came to his home of Epimetheus to play with him. She said a big box was a dark room of his house. She was curious to know what was there inside the box. Epimetheus told that it was a magic box. Nobody knew what is contained inside. He also told that the people were not allowed to open it. When the Pandora asked to open it, he gave the same reply. Pandora refused to believe him. Why don't you open the box? Find out there is it something. What's there in it? She suggested. I can, answered Epimetheus. But I have promised to my brother Prometheus never to touch the box. I have not promised anyway. So should be already I opened the box. It is the box locked? Pandora asked. Epimetheus replied, no, it is not, but it would not be good to open it. I don't agree. Let me open it. I have to look inside it, insisted Pandora. I have promised not to touch the box, Pandora, said Epimetheus. Let's stop the quarrel and go out to play. No, I am not going out, said Pandora. Her eyes were focused on the box with curiosity. So Epimetheus went around, leaving her inside the room. Now Pandora went near the box. She bent down and brought her ear near to the lid. She could hear a lot of humming and screaming noise inside the box. She was if things were moving inside violently. She kept her ear pressed to the lid a little longer. Her curiosity increased. She seemed to hear the noise more and more clearly. She could recognize the noises like the buzzing of a bee, the flapping of wings, and whistles. There were even heavy sounds like snores, gruts, growls, and trumpets. Pandora took a deep breath, holding the lid with both hands, and she pulled out it upward with all her might. But the next moment she shut it with a bang and shut her eyes. She felt that the swans of ugly flying things had come out of the box, buzzing all around her. Soon she heard a loud noise. Scream. She turned back and saw Epimetheus. I am stunned by something, he cried. Oh, why did you open that box, Pandora? Look what terrible creatures you have released from the box. Pandora looked around, but she could hardly see anything clearly. There was huge swarms of flying creatures. She closed her eyes in fear again. After a while, she opened her eyes slowly and carefully. She saw a swarm of ugly little creatures which had wings like those of a bat. They had also long, sharp stings. Their tails. Pandora too was stunned by those creatures and also began to scream with extreme pain. Do you know what are these ugly creatures were? They were not a little bats or insects, but they were disease, envy, weakness, jealousy, sorrow, suffering, etc. Now they were mixed with this word, and it was first appearance of a word troubles. Pandora and Epimetheus kept open the doors and windows to get the horrible insects out of a cottage. But no sooner had they done so, these trouble went out of the house and invaded the whole world to stay forever. And they entered every house on the earth and troubled people. Right from the day, people everywhere started to have fears of many kinds. They would lie in bed and cry in pain for many days. Out of the cursed box, old age, sadness, disease, decay, and death. Thereafter, the flowers began to wither and fall. People started to quarrel, grew sick and feeble. They started to grow old and die. If Pandora had not opened the box, we would have the trouble we face together. So this is the whole story of how now world has made. Before time, everyone is happy, but now there is sadness, cry, and many more things. So this much is in your chapter. Bye bye. Take care. Meet you soon in my next video.